Hi everybody, welcome to our lesson called Gordon Finds His Way. Hope everybody's doing really well at home. We miss you guys. Okay, let's go over some expectations that will help us do our best work. Number one, it's important that you do your best. It's okay if things are hard. Just try really hard to think and to participate and to stay focused as much as you can, okay? Number three, gather your materials. Today, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil. Number four, pause the video when you need more time. So if I ask a question, go ahead and hit pause. That way you have time to figure out the answer. Okay, let's get started. Here are our targets for today. I can read final blends. I can discuss and write the problem in the story. I can choose the correct homophone. I can learn words for places around school. Okay, let's get started. We're going to watch this video to teach us about the final blends in words and how we can read them. And the ones that we're specifically going to focus on today are nt, nd, nk, ng. All right, let's get started.
Simply phonics. Final consonant blends. Some consonants can be blended to make a slightly different sound. Nk, nk. Here are some more consonant blends. St, nd, mp, ft. Final consonant blends appear at the end of words. Read these words containing final consonant blends. Nk, 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 nk. Bank, think, sunk, st, 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 st. Last, rest, fist, nd, 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 nd. Sand, bend, fund, mp, 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 mp. Camp, chimp, jump. Ft, 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 ft. Raft, left, soft. Thank you for watching Simply Phonics.
Okay, let's move on and practice some of this that we've learned. So on this coloring sheet, there are many different pictures that represent words, okay? I will go through a few of them, and as I'm reading it to you, I want you to be thinking if you hear any of these ending blends, okay? Like the NK, NT, ND, or NG. Here we go. Cloud, tank, squirrel, hang, swing, tent, think, hand, wing. Okay, let's stop there. There's many more, but I hope that you were able to hear some of these ending blends, okay? So for the nk sound, we're going to put a bread box around it, okay? So take a moment and think, what did you find with that sound? Good. Maybe you thought about this one, tank. Okay, let's look at the NT ending. Good. Maybe you thought about tent. Tent. Okay, what about the ND ending? Awesome. Maybe you thought about hand. Hand. And finally, with our NG ending, maybe you thought about wing. Wing. Great job, everybody. Okay, so now let's get our paper out and let's number our paper 1 through 9. I will give you a minute to number your paper 1 through 9. And remember, you can always pause the video. Okay, do that now. Great. Let's get started. Okay, I have some words here on the left. I see the word tent, sink, ant, skunk, paint. I wonder where I should place these words. Do you have any idea? Okay, so once you had a second to think about it, we're going to write down for number 1 what we think this word is. The word is tent. Very good. So write down tent for number 1. And we also want to take our pencil and we want to underline the ending blend, just like I've done there. Okay, go ahead and underline that NT blend at the end, tent. Okay, let's do some more. What is this picture of? I don't see any of my words there that would match that. Let me keep going. What is this a picture of? Sink. So for number 3, we skipped number 2. For number 3, we're going to write down sink. Now, what is the ending blend there? That's right. The last 2 letters. So I'm going to take my pencil and underline. What sound does that make? You are correct. That's nk. Good. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, what do you think? Ant, skunk, or paint? This one is ant. Okay, same thing. I'm looking at the ending blend and I see nt, like ant. Very good. We are left with 2. Let's see if you can do 5 and 6 all by yourself. Good. Let's see if you came up with the correct answers. So this guy right here, he's a skunk. Okay. And the last one is paint. Very good. And because even teachers make mistakes, I forgot to include the word for this one, but that's no problem. We can do that now. Does anyone know what this word is? That's right, it's hand. The ending blend there is nd. Very good. Okay, let's read them one more time together. Tent, hand, sink, ant, skunk, paint. Great job. For numbers 7, 8, and 9, I would like for you to do these on your own, okay? The words are wink, pant, wand. And it really should be pants, okay? It's plural, it's more than one. That's how we say the word in English. Okay, so take a minute and see if you can correctly write down for 7, 8, and 9 the words, and then underline the ending blend. Great, let's check our answers. I will do it on my screen and you check and see if you've done the same. We have wink right here. We have pants right here. And we have wand right here, okay? So this one's wand, wink, pants. There they are. Okay, so let's underline the blends. We have nd, nk, and this one's a little tricky because it's not the last two letters. You'll notice we have an S afterwards, and the reason for that is because that means more than one. It's plural. And when we refer to pants, we always say pants, an S, because there's two legs. Okay. All right. Great work, guys. All right, let's move on. Let's learn about some words for things found around our school. And these words are important to know because you will be using them as you learn English, but also because they will be part of our story that we're going to read soon, okay? So what I would like for you to do is when I say the word or the phrase, I want you to repeat it back out loud, okay? And make sure you look at the picture so they can help you understand, all right? Here we go. The teacher, your turn. Great job, the teacher. The music room, your turn. Great job, the music room. The art room, your turn. Great job, the art room. Ooh, the bus stop, your turn. The bus stop. Do you take the bus to school? The stairs, your turn. The stairs, good. Does your school have stairs? The hallway, your turn. The hallway. Good. The bell, ring. Your turn. Good, the bell. Okay, so now let's read our book called Gordon Finds a Way, Finds His Way. This is the title of our book. Right below here where it says written by Rachel Rice, that's what we call the author. It's the person who wrote the book. Then we have illustrated by John Kastner. Illustrations are another word for pictures. So that's the person who drew the pictures. He's the illustrator. Let's begin. And as we're reading this book, I want you to be thinking, what is the problem that Gordon has? He's going to have something that's a little bit difficult for him or something that gives him a hard time. Okay, so what's the problem that Gordon has? Let's begin. Gordon stood alone in the hall. He hadn't heard the bell to go inside. He had to go to music class, but he didn't know where to go. Gordon was a new kid at school. He knew the music room wasn't on the first floor. His classroom was on the first floor. So Gordon went up the stairs. He knew he had to hurry. His teacher would be worried. At the top of the stairs, Gordon turned to the right. He went down the hall. On the left, he saw a door. It might be to the music room, he thought. No, it was the art room. Gordon asked the teacher, "Do you know where the music room is?" "Sure," the teacher said. "Turn to the right and go past the stairs. On your left, you'll see a door like this one. That is the music room." Gordon thanked her and hurried down the hall. Gordon's teacher, Mr. Lewis, was outside the music room. "There you are," Mr. Lewis said. "Mr. Green asked me to find you." Gordon smiled. "I found you first." And this, boys and girls, is a map of Gordon's school. Let's take a moment and look at this map. That way we can practice using some of our directions and vocabulary, okay? Because directions are very important. They are what help us get around or to explain to other people how to get places, okay? So we have the first floor of Gordon's school building. That's the bottom floor, okay? That's called downstairs, okay? And it has an arrow pointing down to help you remember that, okay? At the downstairs, you see he's got his playground there, the cafeteria where he eats lunch. There's some stairs right there, and there's kindergarten, first grade, and second grade in that hallway. And this is the hallway, okay, where he's walking, okay? Now, if he goes up the stairs, he will end up on the second floor. That's the one on top of the first floor, okay? And we use this arrow to represent upstairs because it goes up, okay? On the second floor, we have the art room, looks like the library, and also the music room. And these are the stairs. Then there's fifth grade, fourth grade, and third grade, okay? And then here are some directions. We have the left, okay? And we have the right, okay? It's kind of hard to see that, to the right, okay? Very good. So let's practice those directions one more time. We have downstairs, upstairs, left, and right. Very good, okay? So now let's use some of those words that we've learned and see if we can answer this question for Mrs. Avis, okay? Where is the art room? Take a moment and think about that. How could you answer that question? Good. The art room is upstairs. Upstairs. You could even say it's upstairs and to the right. To the right. Very good. Where's the music room? Take a moment and think about that. Where's the music room? Very good. The music room is upstairs to the left of the stairs. Upstairs to the left of the stairs. Very good. Think of a room in your house. If you had to explain to someone how to get to that room, what would you say? Use the words upstairs, downstairs, left, or right to explain. Great job. Okay, the next part of our lesson is about homophones. Okay, homophones, kind of a hard word, right? It's got that weird PH that makes the f sound. Okay, so let's say it together one more time. Homophone, homophone. A homophone is a group of words that sounds the same, but they do not look differently because their spelling is different. So for example, the ones we're going to focus on today are the words two. Sounds the same, right? But look, One has a W, one does not. So they do not look the same. And they mean different things also. Okay, let's explore what those two mean. First, we have TO. This one we use when we're trying to say that we are going to a place, okay? For example, I am going to the moon. The moon is a place, okay? So I have to use the word to with it. We also use it when we add a verb to it. Like for example, I'm going to explode. Okay, so we've added the verb explode to the word to, okay? Now, this two with a W, that's the number two. Okay, like there's two pencils here, 1, 2. All right, so number 1. Okay, so let's practice this now and see if we can figure out which of these two homophones belongs in each sentence. Okay. Okay, number 1. So on your paper, you can list 1 through 6 again. We're going to do a different activity. I'll give you a few seconds to get your paper ready. Great job. Okay, so let's look at number 1. It says Gordon rides the bus to school. I have a clue here. The word school is a place. Oh, that's right. If I'm talking about a place, then I have to use the to that is spelled T-O. So I am going to write the word to. Whoops. I'm going to write the word to right here. So T-O. Okay, great job. Now, let's look at number 2. The bell rings 2 times. I see the word times here, and I know that word is related to a number. Okay, a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, so if I go back to my notes, number 2 is spelled with a W. So the correct one for this one is T-W-O. Great job. Let's do one more together, okay? Number 3. Gordon goes to class. Class is a place. That's right. So I know since it's a place, I'm going to have to use the word T-O. I'm going to use this one right here, T-O. Okay? Go ahead and write that down for number 3. Great job. Okay, I want you to try 4, 5, and 6 on your own. At this moment, I'd like you to pause the video so you have time to fill in the answers for 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead, pause the video. Great job, guys. Okay, so let's go over our answers. It says he has blank pencils. I know that's got to be the number because they're saying it's a thing, okay? So we're saying there's 2 pencils. So I am going to pick this one, T-W-O. Right, number 5. The teacher has blank books. Once again, they're talking about things, right? Books. Okay, so it's going to be the number 2. Very good. Last one. Gordon walks to the bus stop. Oh, bus stop is a place, okay? It's a place. So I will have to choose T-O this time. T-O into my space. Great job. How did you guys do on that? Very well. Okay, let's move on. So remember, right before we read our story, I asked you to think about what was the problem or what is the thing that was a little bit wrong with Gordon's situation, okay? So I hope that as we were reading it, you started thinking, that's Gordon's problem. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through these together And we're going to practice saying the responses first, and then you'll get a few minutes to write down the responses, okay? So I want you to turn your paper to the back, and I want you to number 1 through 4 this time, and I want you to skip a couple of lines in between each one because I want to make sure you have enough space to write, okay? Go ahead and do that. Number 1 through 4, skip some lines between each number. Great, let's begin. So it says, what's the problem? What problem does Gordon have? That's right. I remember in the book, go back to my book, Gordon had to go to music class, but he didn't know where to go. He was new to school. He was lost, okay? Let's go back to our questions, see what we could say. Gordon's problem is, how can I finish that sentence? Take a moment and come up with some ideas. Great. Here's what I came up with. Let's see if it's something similar to what you came up with. Gordon's problem is he got lost. Or you could say, Gordon's problem is he can't find the music room. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Why does Gordon have this problem? Why? We have to explain here. We have to explain what made him get lost. Oh, that's right. Remember, he's new to school. Okay, so how could I say this? Gordon has this problem because, do you have any ideas how we can finish that? That's right. Gordon has this problem because he's new to the school. Great job. Okay, let's look at the third question here. What might happen if Gordon doesn't solve his problem? Well, there's lots of things that could happen, right? Because he's got to get to music class. Take a moment and think about it. What are some things that could happen? Let's go back to the book and see if we can remember some things, okay? He's looking for the music room. Oh, look here at this sentence. It says his teacher would be worried. That's right. If Gordon doesn't show up to class, his teacher might worry. Okay. Also, it's not said in the text, but Gordon would miss his class, right? He wouldn't be able to do the learning if he wasn't there. So that's something you can add on to your response to make it even juicier. Okay. Back to the questions. For number 3, how might you respond to that? Gordon doesn't solve his problem, then great job. If Gordon doesn't solve his problem, then his teacher might be worried about him. Or you could say, Gordon doesn't solve his problem, then his teacher might be worried about him and he won't learn any music lessons. Very good. Okay. Last question. How is the problem solved? Solved is how Gordon was able to figure out where the music room was. Okay, so let's go back into our text and see if we can find some evidence in here. Let's see what he did. Look at Gordon. He's pretty smart. He knew this was the wrong room, but he asked the teacher. He asked a question. That's how he solved his problem. He said, "Do you know where the music room is?" She told him. Okay, so he solved his own problem. Problem is solved when, how could we finish that? Great job. Maybe you said something like this. The problem is solved when Gordon asks the music teacher how to get to art class. Great job. Okay, so now remember that pause button we talked about? I want you to pause this video now, and I want you to write your sentences to answer these 4 questions, okay? And you have 4 different lines to do it on, okay? You may begin. Great. Glad you were able to do 1, 2, and 3. Here is number 4. Go ahead and pause the video again. All right, great job. Okay, so now think about how you did with today's lesson. Give yourself a thumbs up if you understood everything. You got it. Give yourself a thumb in the middle if you kind of get it. You still need a little help and you may have a few questions. And then give yourself a thumbs down if you really don't get it. You're having to still have a lot of questions about this or you need a lot of help. And that's okay, okay? It's important to just think back to our learning and evaluate ourselves on where we are in the process, okay? You worked really hard today, and I am so proud of all of you, and we miss you so much, and I hope you were able to learn something from this lesson. See you soon.